The grains of sand crunch under my shoes as I stride down the beach. The salty sea breeze tickles my nose as I stare at the azure expanses of the ocean. My mind begins to wander, as it often does, away from the immediate reality of the sun beating down on me and the cool waters whispering my name. The sun, despite its warmth, still seems to pale in comparison to the beauty of crabs, amusing, beautifully complex creatures. Even as I think this, I can't help but giggle. Because of all the things to obsess over, I had to pick crabs. I remind myself of the task at hand, to devote my thoughts to otherworldly matters, not just crabs. To be fair, what a grand endeavor that is, considering the fact that the universe is unfathomably vast. The expanse of knowledge and wonder it holds dwarfs our meager human framework of understanding. Peculiar, considering how marvelously complex our minds are. Speaking of complexity, it's simply astounding how crabs, with their multifaceted armored bodies, exist. They're like armored knights of the underwater realm. Just their exoskeletons alone are masterpieces of evolution. A bird flies overhead, jerking me out of my thoughts. Birds, they possess such grace and elegance. But they're not as captivating or complex as crabs. Crabs can't fly in the air, of course, but they can burrow into sand and swim in the sea. Such fascinating versatility. There's a piece of driftwood further up the beach. It's rough and gnarled, a testament to time and the sea's relentless pounding. Driftwood. It's reminiscent of that term sailors used, adrift, meaning to float without purpose or direction. But crabs, they don't just drift aimlessly. They're determined. They have a purpose. The sound of the sea again beckons my attention, the crashing waves a rhythmic symphony. They remind me of the tides that govern life in the ocean. And again, I am led back to the crabs. After all, their life cycles are governed by these same tides. They ebb and flow with the whims of the moon's gravity. No, I need to shift back to nature at large. Concentrate on the sand, but sand, it's just so coarse and everywhere. Kind of reminds me of crabs in a way. They're just everywhere, but not in a negative way, but rather in a fascinating, magnificent way. I mean, have you ever seen a crab scuttle along sand? Perfection. I kick a small stone and watch it tumble across the beach. Solid, dependable stone, like the sturdy shell of a hermit crab. Goodness, I just can't escape the crabs, can I? It's as if everything I see, everything I touch, I hear or taste, somehow connects back to them. I suppose it's a peculiar quirk, but it doesn't distress me, not really. If anything, it gives my thoughts a sort of constancy, a rhythm, much like the crab's own scuttles. 30 minutes. I've wandered amidst my thoughts for half an hour. Mundane musings of life and everything in between rapidly spiral back to crabs. But perhaps that's the way it's meant to be. Every shell, every grain of sand, molecules that construct the universe, they're interconnected in a cosmic daisy chain. Maybe crabs are my link to that chain, my metaphoric reminder of our connectivity in this massive cosmos. I look out again at the all-embracing sea, squinting against the sunset's vibrant hues. Somewhere beneath those depths, crabs continue to scuttle, to exist, as remarkable and resilient as ever. And despite everything, I can't help but feel a tad bit triumphant. After all, how many can say they find the cosmos in the scuttling of a crab?